Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Time is Honey. Got the bees back. They are safe and sound. Um, there they are right there. I got in about, I don't know, 10:30, 11-ish last night. Got them stacked up, got them set up. Still a little cool out here, but they are starting to come out right now a little bit. I was just out here. There's a couple out here doing the orientation flights right now. But they are in there. Looks like they made the trip back just fine. And yeah, they're definitely a good, healthy colony. But what I did notice last night while I was rendering down some wax, hive beetles. Looks like this colony was having a hive beetle issue. Um, but I'm gonna try and get that under control. I got some weed barrier down under here. Hey, good morning, Texas, on the barn on the back 20. How you doing this morning? Got the girls home, man. I got them home last night, man. I'm super excited. A little nerve wracking to say the least, but once they were strapped down to the bed of the truck, man, this thing wasn't going nowhere for sure. It was pretty sturdy. I stopped and checked a couple times, wrapped it real good, and the girls did just fine on the way home. So I'm really excited about that. Got them here, and you need to move 4 hives. Okay, yeah, man. That was my first time too, back 20. That was my first time ever moving bees like that. Now I did it solo. Like my mentor, my mentor guided me through it, which was really awesome. But as far as like making the move by myself, getting them loaded, everything, it was all done by myself. And the shitty thing was, what happened was, it was getting dark last night, and what I was doing when I was stapling up the box, the staple gun started giving me shit, started giving me a hard time. So I couldn't see. I mean, I had a flashlight, but I was really trying to work without the flashlight because um, I didn't want to really disturb the bees too much. So it was weird, but like right when it got dark, the staple gun started working really good. So there was like, I was sweating bullets at the last like 10, 15 minutes. Oh, you taped the entrance? Okay. Use the blue painter's tape. Well, see, and I had to travel kind of far too. That's why I screened it up. And when I got here, I just pulled the screen right off. Like I said, they're already starting to come out. They're starting to do orientation flights already. It was weird. It was almost like clockwork. Like once the sun started coming up, you could see the bees start dropping down. See, back 20, and I think that's what Lee was talking about. Lee has a method. I want to try his next time I do a move. He said he screws the boxes together, I think is what he does, which is, that's a really good idea. Strap the boxes together, maybe. I mean, once I had them mounted in the back of my truck, though, and strapped down really tight, like those were 500-pound straps. And then I had the boxes strapped real tight to each other. So that really helped stabilize them as well. Yeah, it makes them super heavy. Okay. Yeah, see, and this had an empty box on top too. I didn't take the top box off. It's still got 3 boxes. But I was able to lift it. It wasn't that bad. It's probably about 60 pounds maybe. It really wasn't overly heavy. But had it been any taller, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do it by myself. No way. And I'm still sitting here debating if I should take off the top box. I'll have to get with my mentor and see what he says about it. If I should leave the top box on. Yeah. Yeah, and this wasn't complete. It had a lot of resources in it. It did, but it wasn't completely stacked full, But it had a lot of resources. So yeah, and I heard once you get you know a full honey super, a big honey super is a lot of weight. Yeah, see, and that's what I'm still figuring what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna run single or double, I kind of like what Kodiak Farm's doing, how he's running the single brood management. I really like that method, but he said you got to be on your game because they're real swarmy. The bees get real swarmy. So that's the only flip side to being. Ran a few in 3 deeps, did some early splits as soon as I saw drones and brood. Right on, James Couch. Good to see you. Good morning, man. How you doing today? Yeah, see, in this colony, I'll be able to split this guy down in the spring. I'm going to leave it right where it's at with these 3 boxes, I think. Because I think they're already starting to go up top and draw out the wax. Because there's coated foundation up top. So I think they're figuring out already that there's wax up top, and they're going to start drawing it out. And if that's the case, that's something that I really need right now is the wax. So if that's the case, I'll just leave it in there and let them work at it. And maybe I'll build a queen screen, keep her down on the bottom, and just have them do all start building wax up there. But yeah, there they are. They're home. See what they do. See how they take. It's kind of hectic, and it wasn't hectic in here last night, but yeah, back 20. You're not the only one in Texas, man. Yeah, no, it wasn't a good honey year for a lot of people. My mentor, he gave me a taste of some honey, but it was honey that was like half diluted. It was more tree sap than anything. And he said when bees sometimes when bees have when there's no honey, when there's a bad flow, they'll go ahead and pack sap into the cells. And I tasted it, and there's a little sweet taste to it. It's not much, but it's kind of blandish tasting. I mean, you can taste this. You can taste you can taste the honey part of it, but as far as there being like any sweet properties to it, there isn't any. So that's kind of something he was showing me, and it's really dark looking honey. Hang on, one side here. We're finding honey. We're finding wax down day too. This is the wax we got yesterday. So we're finding all this down right now too. I was out there in the yard. And there are hive beetles. There's a bee right here. There's a couple. Yeah, back 20, and that's the good honey. That's the good honey. Here's Marley and Marilyn. Oh, my boy, huh? Who's my boy? Who's my boy, Marley? Huh? Yeah, and that's my stepdad. He used to keep bees too, and he's doing it again. And he would always send me the really dark honey, man. And that stuff is so good. It's so thick and rich. That's the stuff that I like, man. That real thick, dark honey. You're in Piney Woods? Okay, yeah. I'm South Texas, back 20. So we got it's all it's all like wildflowers down here for us. That's what we get. We get all different kinds of wildflowers. It's gonna take you for a walk out back, but most of them are dead right now, anyways. What we do have a lot of though, which is really cool, it's this milkweed. It's called white mountain snow, I think, and it blooms late in the season. Late in the season, and let's see if I can get a shot of it here. See this stuff right here? This stuff blooms real late in the season. It's real nice. I looked it up. It's called mountain snow. So you do get there's pollen and nectar in there. But I think these have already been cleaned out by the brown bees. But this is something I get a lot around here in South Texas, which is real nice for a late bloom. It's real pretty too. I mean, if you look at it, look at those petals. Look how small they are. Pretty cool. So there's stuff blooming late, There's definitely resources. The bees just got to find it. There's a whole bunch of it across the street there too. So this is kind of stuff that I look for around here in the area, is to see, to gauge kind of. That one's real pretty. I like these ones. I like this plant. I thought it was an invasive species, but it's actually not. It's a type of milkweed. Then you got the Canis familiaris Marley right there. Give you a walk around the homestead since I'm out here. Might as well. This is my soon-to-be garden over here. Then we got these right here. So check these out. These are Mexican hats right here. We got these. These are pretty drought hardy. And they bloomed late again because of the rain that we got late in the season. So these are Mexican hats, or also known as, they're common prairie flowers, I believe is the other name for them. So there's a little bit of pollen on them, not much, but it looks like it's already been picked apart. So we got these. I keep all the thistle up and stuff. Keep all that stuff up. That's my lemon tree that I planted from the seed right there. That's Lamona. She's a beast. Planted that from the seed about 2 years ago. Yep, South Texas rock garden, man. I do, man. I live in a real limestoney area of Texas. Yeah, I planted, dude. Back 20, I pulled a seed out of a lemon from HEB and grew this tree, dude. No bullshit. And you know what? This was the one that struggled the most. Was this one right here? I planted 12, and this is the only one that made it right here. This one right here, and she's going on probably like 6 feet tall now, man. Now that I got bees, it's gonna pollinate. I'm so excited about that, man. Maybe another year or two, I'm hoping she'll be pumping out some lemons, man. I'm really hoping on that. This at one time she was like a little twig with like a little thing on, like a little eh. Yeah, man. I'm excited that she made it. I'm really excited. She wintered and came back with like just a couple just a couple leaves on it, man. And I took real good care of her through the summer. And this right here is just a one summer of growth from the last 2 winters. Because remember, back 20, we had the real tough winters here. Well, this lemon tree took the winters, man. This lemon tree took the winters, and she made it. And look at it, she's a beast, man. Look how tall she is. So I really can't control her growth anymore. I don't know if I should plant her in the ground or just leave her right there in the bucket. But I'm thinking I might just leave her in the bucket. I don't know. I don't know. She seems to be doing just fine there. I think I just need to get it staked up or get too tall to harvest. Okay, cut it back. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Like, I need to start cropping the top a little bit, huh? Because I want it to be more like a bush back 20. I want it to be more like a bush, like a nice big hardy lemon bush. But yeah, and what I do is I get coffee grounds, and what I'm doing is I'm kind of doing that to enrich the soil here. Coffee grounds also help keep the ants out of your bee yard. And what I also found out is that, oh, it's too tall. Okay, so I'll start trimming it down then. Maybe I'll wait till it goes dormant in the winter and cut her back. But what I found out back 20, um, what I found out is that if you put coffee grounds in your lemon tree, it makes it grow really fast. You don't need that much either. I put a few every few weeks. I'll come out and just sprinkle some coffee grounds. Okay, so trim it back in January and February. Okay, cool. I'll do that then. What do you say about trim it down halfway, you think, or what? That's what I was thinking. I want to crop the top off, take her down by about a foot or two. Because she's real healthy, man. It's really, really healthy. I just watered it yesterday for the first time in about a week or two. And I don't water it that much. And she does really well. Top off, makes it bushy. Okay, I'll top it then. Yeah. And like I said, man, I grew that. I started it in like a little egg thing. and then put it in that, and that's where it's at now, and it's done absolutely amazing. The coffee grounds really seem to help, though. The acid, I think, is in the coffee grounds is what helps boost it. But I'll go out and sprinkle about a half a cup around the base of it and water it in. Yeah, and that's what I don't want to happen, man. I don't want the lemons to weight the tree to weight it down and break it because it's really strong. She's real strong, man. So that's what I'll do. I'll wait till January, February, like you're saying, then I'll cut it down and clean it up. Good morning, everybody. It's the time is honey. Just letting everybody know that I got the bees back safe last night. Sun is coming up today. Let's go see what they're doing now. It's starting to warm up real quick. I was kind of just giving everybody a tour of the homestead here real fast, but got them stacked up. Just let them figure it out now. I'm gonna have to get some pollen on them here pretty quick, I'm sure. Make some pollen patties here the next week or two. Yep, and they will. That's what you brought up a good point there. Back 20, bees will bees will double your pollination in your garden. Fact. Bees will double your pollination in your garden. Get out of there, Marilyn. Dirty girl. Fact. You have a garden? That's why I'm excited about my lemon tree, because I know hopefully next year that tree will be pollinated and it'll be pushing out lemons next year. Facts, man. Facts. Your garden will your output in your garden will almost triple. If you got bees within a 5-mile radius of your house and they're working, yeah, I got stung in the face, by the way. This is what happens when I get stung. I swell up. Yeah, your garden production is going to increase for sure. Yeah, man. Come on, dogs. I gotta check on my wax here. That's a good point. I got bees on the wall too. That's from last night. That's all the robbers that were in. Yeah, good point. Got to have bees to produce the food. That was something I was saying last night on the live stream. Is yeah, it's if you do, and I bet your garden orchard spits out a lot of food, doesn't it? Spits out a bunch of food, doesn't it? Yep, more food and honey. Yeah, absolutely. Because the nectar produces from the buds on the flowers. It's all they call it a symbiotic relationship, right? The relationship between man and between human and like the superorganism, the bee, right? They when they work in unison together, the symbiotic relationship between the two is tenfold. The honey's produced, we get good food crops that we keep the bees happy with the pollination. It's symbiotic, goes around in circles. Yeah, we all help each other. Yeah, that's the important part of beekeeping is the relationship. Not only come on, man, get out of there. Come on, quit eating the bees. Is the relationship between the bee, the beekeeper, and nature in that sense is keeping the pollination up, because that's if you're not thinking about pollination as a beekeeper, then what's the point? What's the point of being a beekeeper if you're not thinking on that level? I know everybody wants the honey, but what's the most important part of bees is the pollination, right? What do? They pollinate our food. If we lose all our bees tomorrow, we have 3 to 5 years. Oh, there's fresh water all over here, man. There's water. There's rivers all over here. My neighbor, he's got water back out there and a bowl coming out of a condenser line and there's water everywhere, man. Most definitely. Because what I had all the robbers in here yesterday. Yeah, see, what I'll probably do back 20 is I'll probably end up putting like some kind of fountain on the other side of the yard for them somewhere, you know. But I know a lot of people around here have like watering dishes and stuff for animals and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yep. No water, no honey. Yeah, there's water about that way, about uh, half a mile, maybe. Yeah, there's water real close. There's water real close. Yeah, yard pond sounds kind of fun though too. But Well, I'm gonna go and close the chat down for now and get out of here and do some stuff with these bees here and get them taken care of. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Just kind of wanted to give a quick update. The bees are back. They made it home just fine, just safe, happy, and looks like they're already out starting to take their flights for the morning and get together, man. But thanks for stopping in, back 20. Appreciate your time, man. You have a good day, bud. And everybody else have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. Hit that like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time again on Time is Honey.